in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set. Moody base. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Underneath for Miller. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch the screen.
Now Joe Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Cowboys.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 51, Mike, 51. Come on, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid advantage of blitzing. Often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. He's got Sanu. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 54, Mike, 54.
Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Go, go. Mike 5-4. Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Philip Dorsett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go. Go. Under 10. 10. Ready.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
X3. 218, chopper.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 280. 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Hey, echo.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball.
2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Come on, set. 10 logo. You ain't going nowhere.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Sanu. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he completes it to Westbrook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Waiting. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, red 5-2. Come here.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Buying time to his left. He may try and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Carson Wentz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Mike 51. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Haywood. Let's go. 2.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Try the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Wentz. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
To throw is Wentz. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Check. 64, weak.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
We got to step it up.
Now Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Damon Harrison. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Ready? 70, Indy. 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go. Hey, shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete to Dorsett. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Exit. Big rip.
He'll look to throw. Being chased. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away.